Hey, hello, how are you? Happy Friday for everyone. Happy Friday for everyone. How are you doing? Hello, Jeff. Hey, A3, you're very welcome. Hello, Misan. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Hey, Tocayo. How how the waves are treating you? Still on the surfing trip? Hello, Lilia. Hey, Declan. Hello. Hey, Harvis. Amigo. Hello, Chucky. Hello, Frank. Hello, Princess Daisy. Hola, tío. Hello, Daisy. Hello, Michelle. Big waves this morning. I love it, Tokayo. Share some pictures if you can. I really love it. I think that was a lost passion in my soul. I really like, I really like surfing and everything, but I just don't love the beach. I don't know. There's something. I mean, I enjoy going there, family time and everything, but I don't enjoy fully going to the beach, sand everywhere, sweating. I'm more like an air conditioned air conditioned room guy. Uh, Hola, Alex. What happened to live on Wednesday? Oh, you know what? Not sure if you remember, guys, but I told you that I have a Dalmatian, and unfortunately, she was diagnosed with heartworms. It's a disease. I'm not gonna say like very common, but it's a disease for pets on places like Houston, very humid places. So my Dalmatian, well, you know how Dalmatians are, and she's like 26 kilos. I think that's like 45 pounds. Super strong, super energetic. So she lives on the backyard, and well, she got this heartworm thing, and I had to take her to the vet on Wednesday, and she's gonna stay there until this Saturday. So it's apparently it's a big thing. She has been on treatments since like 45 days ago with well, a lot of stuff. The thing is that I couldn't be here on time on Wednesday because of that. So sorry about that. The other thing is that I don't have how to like let you know, all of you. I mean, if you are not on the communities on Discord where I belong, it's kind of hard for me to tell everyone. So when that happens, I usually come to the comments on the video and I say like something like, "Hey guys, I'm not gonna be around. Sorry about that. See you tomorrow or see you on Monday or whatever." Right. So sorry about Wednesday. Uh, hey, Trading for Liberty, Aniket, Fede. Hi, Fede. Fede, are you new here? Welcome, welcome. I don't remember your name. Welcome to this family. All right, guys. So today we were watching SPY and QQQ, kind of like huge continuation from the past days with this. Since we broke this range. Look at how nice we had this break and retest of this range, and then continuation to the downside. So on the higher time frame, it's super clear. You guys can identify this, right? Let me take this. Okay. So break, retest of this range, continuation, pull back, lower low. So we already bottom here. Well, I mean, at least for today. So what are we expecting here? We are expecting we already have a lower high, a lower low. So what are we expecting here? Well, probably a lower high, right? something like here maybe, and then and then I don't know. What are you expecting? If we break again this area here, as you can see, this white box is it's the demand zone where the rally to all-time highs started. So if we have a higher high, something like here, and then we come back and break this area, yeah, well, guys, I'm really I'm really expecting for a move lower. Where lower? I don't know, like maybe 653. Is it too much to ask? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Well, that will be next week. That will be next week. Let's see what happened. So today, guys, I was waiting. Well, just let me go here. Okay. Hey, Cow. Hello, Barbara. All right. So today, guys, I was waiting for this move. All right. So this white box is this white box, right? So what I was waiting here, well, I was waiting for some sort of rejection. 666 was a huge key level on the previous. When we were on this range, not sure if you remember, guys, but 666. Let me go here. Here, 666 was a pivot and key level for many days and weeks. So I was waiting for some sort of rejection around 666, 667. I'm glad my kids are not here. They will start like 67. So 666 and 667 was a huge key level on the previous weeks. So I was waiting for some sort of rejection of that key level or that area, just as it happened this morning. So we had pre-market low 666.80. So on this retest and rejection, as you can see here, it's a hard rejection of the pre-market low. I opened my position here and I was asked several times on the Discord, Neto, why you waited this much to enter into your position? And the one thing that I was watching here, let me show you here. The one thing that I was watching here is this market structure, right? So this was lower highs, lower lows. So we already had an upside market structure here. So what I was waiting here, well, I was waiting some strong rejection. And then we had this 665.76 key level on the 15-minute chart. 665.76. As you can see here, it's this is the 15-minute chart, but this is the 1 hour chart. But if you go to the 15-minute chart, you will see very clearly this 665.76. And what I was waiting here, well, I was waiting for a strong rejection and going below this key level. That's why I waited to enter my position here. People told me, why didn't you enter here? Why didn't you enter here on the reclaim of the 5-minute opening range? And it's because I just felt that this key level here, look how many touches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just felt that this key level here was super strong. So I waited for this price action to actually break and stay below this key level, and I entered my position here. And then I didn't have too much of expectations about this move. Why? Because of this, right? This area here was the very start of the rally to all-time highs. So this is a strong demand, right? This is a strong demand. So I was waiting for some sort of reaction right here as it happened, right? As it happened. So I was aiming first to this 664, but then with these 2-3 candles strong bounce here, I just uh, I took like half of my position around here, something like 30% on these candles. I know this, I mean, this is the screenshot, but remember, I always sell my contracts and then take the screenshot. So it was something like 30% here, 50% of my position. And I was stop out on this candle at break even on the premium of my contracts. This was not break even on the underlying, this was break even on my contract. So maybe I didn't stop here. Maybe it was something like here, 665.40, something like that. So that it's a, I well, it's a very decent trade. Actually, yeah, I think I ended the day with something like 14 or 15% on my whole trade. Um, that's a good thing for a Friday, right? That's a good thing for a Friday. Later in the day, what happened? Later in the day, we have this nice reaction, sellers defending pre-market low, and then we had this drop. The next opportunity to the downside, I'm gonna stay loyal to my idea. I mean, hey Neto, this is a lower high, this is a lower low, this is a lower high, this is a lower low. So maybe you could be entering here. I just wanted to go below of this key level because look how strong was this key level. Look how many candles around this key level here. Look how many candles around this key level here. So when we finally broke and we stay below this candle, I'm sorry, below this key level, now I will open a second position here. I didn't take it. But I know many of you did this morning. I actually, because I ended my day like super early. It was 10:09. I went to my little one school to take lunch. On Fridays you can take lunch with them. So I joined my wife and my kids at the school. So it was a really good, it was a really nice experience. It was a really nice experience. And I think that's the beauty of trading, being the owner of my time, having the freedom to take breakfast at my kids' school on Friday, or like enjoy the rest of my day. I mean, I still have things to do for this Friday, but it's by choice, not by obligation, right? So that's one of the things that I like the most about trading. So it was super early in the day. It was 10:05. Actually, it was 9:05. I'm on Central Time, but my charts are reflecting Eastern Time. I'm in Houston, so this is Central Time. It was 9 in the morning, and I was free already. I just love it. I just love this kind of days. All right, so let me go to the chat again. Hello, Eileen. Nothing worked today. I'm looking forward to your take on the market. All right, Coach Obis, pre-market low. Yeah, this pre-market low was a strong key level. Hey Chen, how you doing? Health conductors. Can you explain again why you put so much significance to 665.75? Well, that's a key level on the 15-minute chart. Let me. This is the 15-minute chart. This is the 15-minute chart. Okay. All right. Let me explain this. I really trust on my levels on the 15-minute chart, and it was the high of the day, or October the 17th. But if you go back, I mean, I have this key level here, but I want to show you how strong was this area here. Look at how many touches, how many highs of the day around this area here, 665, 666 and 665. So this was a very, very relevant area with many touches on the daily chart. Let's go to the daily chart. Oops. This is my daily chart. Okay. 665.76. So if I extend, well, let's not do it. But look how many touches around this area here. So for me, this was a very strong key level. Actually, let's do it. Something like here. Look, here, 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 here. Many touches on the 15 minute on the daily chart. So that's why for me this was a very relevant key area. So remember, health conductors, zoom out, look left. That was not only a relevant key level on the 15-minute chart, it was also a relevant key level on the daily chart. So as you know, I really trust on the daily chart key levels. In my charts, these blue lines, all the blue lines are previous highs and previous lows on the daily chart, and my white lines are fresh let's say fresh key levels on the 15-minute chart. They usually go only, I don't know, like up to 7 days back, but this was a really strong key level on the daily. So that's why I just I was just holding this key level here on the 15-minute chart. But so can you see, health conductors, why this key level was very relevant for me? Let's see if, I mean, if you have any other question about the relevance of that key level, just type in the chat, right? Okay, good. Yeah. So that's why I always do. That's why I always do the top-down approach analysis on my charts. So I go to the daily chart and I start drawing my blue lines, right? Previous highs and previous lows, all right? And then I go to the 15-minute chart. But sometimes when there's a key level on the daily chart with many touches, but it's behind the shadow of my candles, I use one white line. But I mean, just as today, right? Just as today. But that's why it's super relevant for me. I just zoom out and look left, and this key level was very relevant for me. Yes, Miss Anne, having freedom is great. I'm in the search of total freedom. That means time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. That's my end goal for everything I do. Lilia, hey Neto, I took the same trade as you, just entered a bit early on the 10 a.m. candle. Also at the low of the day, took around 50% and closed around. Very good. That was perfect. Just as I was explaining, there was a lot of people that enter here on the rejection of the pre-market low, rejection of the 1 minute opening range low, and maybe on the rejection and reclaim of this 5 minute opening range low. So that was still a good trade. But something that I was explaining to Chris, Chris is one of my students on the performance coaching program, is that for me, this move, I mean, if we had a bounce right here on this key level, that was obvious market structure. All right. As you can see here, if it bounced here, that was obvious market structure, right? So right here, you were expecting that sellers were super strong here and actually took it below of this, as it happened, right? But right now in this candle here, you are in a lot of danger for the market structure continuation to the upside. So that's why I wanted to break this level and hold below of this. Not sure if I'm explaining myself. So I know I lost some risk reward here. I know I lost some risk reward here, But something that I got from waiting, it's clarity. It's clarity, and I am a big fan of clarity, right? I'm not I'm not on the business of guessing. I'm on the business of reacting. And right here, it was really clear that the sellers were stepping in right here, and they were pushing price aggressively to the downside. But that clarity was below of this key level, not here. It was here, not here. It was here. So yes, I lost risk reward, but I won clarity, and yes, I paid for confirmation. That's a good way to see it. Thank you, health conductors. What is your name? I mean, it's kind of weird calling you health conductors. How can I call you? The same for you, trading for liberty. What what is your real? Oh, how I can call you? It's just like weird. Gavin. Yeah, thank you, Gavin. Yeah, no, you don't need to apologize for anything. All right. So okay, so that's a really good explanation. I paid for confirmation, so that's why I waited until we broke and held below of this. But if you took this entry here, I mean, yeah, you were trusting this retest of this order block here, rejection of the pre-market, and it was really nice that it worked. But just as I explained, the market structure was kind of clear for if it bounced here, it was like you will see back, and then you will say like, oh well, I don't know why I entered here, because that was really clear market structure to the upside, right? So you got lucky. You got lucky, but well, after watching these rejections here, it was a nice trade. It was a nice trade. Okay. Hey, Angel. Good, good, good. Natalia, Neto, I need help with discipline. I sent you a request on your website. Hope you can help. All I know is that I'm not giving up on myself. All right. Thank you, Natalia. I'm gonna check my emails today. All right. Hey, Cuba. Thank you, brother, for joining. I know you are enjoying a family time this weekend. Thank you for joining. Patel, I did not trade today, but I was watching as if I would. Well, yeah, you shared this on real time, right? Yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, I know you were kind of paper trading or just watching. Yeah, you were here. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. And also, you were watching this one here, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very good. Aniket, my entry was 1051, 1051, 1051 here. Okay. Break and retest of low of the day. Break and retest low of the day. And you enter 1157. Oh my. Very good trade. Very good trade. 1 hour of death threats from SPY. Yeah, well, the thing is that after swiping this external liquidity, this 663.30, that's a key level on the daily chart. Look at how many touches it had here. Why? Because there was a lot of liquidity built here. Why? Because that was a previous high or low of the day. This was a previous low of the day. So that's why there was a lot of liquidity built here. Yeah, but congratulations there. Anika, did you take same day expiration? Natalia, Neto, where do you guys talk on the Discord channel? Well, we don't talk about this, but on the usually on the give me 1 second, on the trading floor and the trade feedback. Yeah, trading floor and trade feedback. So yeah, for example, right now Declan sent a message here, and Patel have a chart here. Yeah, so the if you want some feedback about your trades, Natalia, I think the trade feedback channel is the right place to go. There you can have. I personally don't give a lot of feedback there because I we have this space, but the other mods, they are always here for helping you and giving you feedback. Luke, it's very active on the community during the mornings. Cam is very active in the community around lunch, and Moni, Nathan, Ramesh, Lauren, they are around most of the day. So if you have a question, if you have a trade that you want to share there, just never come and say like, hey, I'm in the middle of a Tesla trade, what should I do? Because the answer you're gonna receive is close your trade. If you don't know what to do, close your trade and let's reassess, right? But that those are the right channels for you. Okay. Anika, same day expiration, 2 cons, health both. Good. I love it. Okay. Barbara, 11:36. 11:36. Good. Break, retest, lower low, lower high than this. You were expecting a lower low, you actually got it, right? You were stopped on this retest. Now, you held, Barbara? I have to confess something, Barbara. Uh, well, you know, my wife and myself, we are Hispanic. Uh, and in Mexico, we don't say Barbara, we say Barbara. And her best friend, that's her name. So we were like, so who were you talking to, Barbara or Barbara? And I was like, no, she's Barbara Keck, so it's Barbara. She's not Hispanic. Well, that's what I think. Where are you from? You have a lot of Spanish friends. Yeah. You know what, guys? We have people from all around the world. Obviously, we have people from the US, Canada, and Mexico, but we also have people here from Colombia, from Dominican Republic, and then we have people from Spain, London, uh, Italy, uh, Cuba. You are from Poland, yes, Poland. Uh, who else? Lilia from Ukraine. Lilia from Ukraine. Uh, Frank from Denmark. Chen, yeah, Chen. Where are you? Where are you, Chen? Hong Kong or Singapore? Because if you go to the comments on the videos, we have people from everywhere. Malaysia. All right, yeah. So guys, I really feel great with this. This is a real global community. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. It's really crazy. So yeah, so this is Mexican living in the United States, sharing with people from everywhere around the globe. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. So let's move forward. Let's go to QQQ. So I would like you to see the difference with QQQ. All right, because we didn't have the same opportunities here, or at least I didn't have the same key levels on here. However, I was watching a lot of people enter into QQQ like here. Something that I think it was something like here. So you were expecting the break and hold below this 15-minute chart key level, and also below this area here. Can you see how many touches here? How many touches here? So when it actually broke here, people were waiting for that move, and they were waiting for 603. So if you were one of those, this was a really nice trade. 1 to 2.8 risk reward ratio trade. It actually did it like in 7 minutes. So this was a really nice trade. This was a really nice trade. And if you were watching this key level here, maybe, oh, sorry about that. It's this one here. Maybe you enter here again. Maybe you enter here again, and you were looking for this low of the day. It was a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. This was kind of the 84% rule for this move, right? For this move. So it was a really nice one. It was a really nice one. And then you had this break, fail to create new high, retest on this daily chart key level, and another drop. Then you had this break, retest, low of the day, another drop. And then you had this break of this low of the day, order block, key level 602. 602 right here. 602 right here. Look at this nice candle here, and another drop, right? So actually QQQ offered a lot of opportunities to the downside, and I love it. It just, for some reason, QQQ was way more expensive than SPY. Well, not way more expensive, but at least 15 to 20% more expensive than SPY. The same contracts. I mean, the next to the next in the money. All right. Fede, Argentina. Fede, I was asking at the very first of the session that you are new here on this community, right, Fede? This is your first time, or this is the first time that you are active on the chat? Chen, 2:30 a.m. You never sleep, brother. It's a weekend. I hope that you are sending this from a club or a party. Barbara, who was my mentor? I had a few mentors here. This is a really nice question. Barbara, but I'm gonna leave that question for next week. All right, ask me next week, because I would like to move forward here, and I'm full of gratitude to a few people. I'm gonna mention them like really quick. My first trading mentor was Andy and Tiles from the Greystone community. Then I had two really nice mentors. They were not like my mentors, because I never had like one-on-one sessions with them, but they are the leaders of the Wealth of Wealth community. It's Chris Banks. I'm sorry, Justin Banks. It's or Mr. Banks and Chris. It's no risk, no premium. They are the coaches on that community, and they are amazing. They don't do one-on-ones or anything like that, but I learned a lot from them. And then I was with Tony and Jack, and with them they actually I had a few, well, not a few, quite some training sessions with Jack, because Jack wanted to teach me some sort of train the trainer, so I can have these kind of sessions and teach other people in the community and everything. So he has helped me a lot on my journey. And then my friend Chris, his name is his trading name is Stocks Pilgrim. He's a very private guy. You can find him on Twitter. He's really the SPY wizard. And I actually, the break retest boom is kind of a variation of one of his moves, with my own tweak of the break and retest. But the break retest boom is like 60% his idea of one of his moves. with my tweaks. So those were my mentors. I would like to tell you more about them later on, probably next week. Uh, but let's move forward today. But I'm full of gratitude to all of them because each of them, they show me and they taught me a lot to be here. And I'm full of gratitude for all of them. Uh, Welcome, Fede. Eileen, Neto, I love that you said that your aim your aim is time, location, and financial freedom. Yes, that's what I would love for myself too, which is why all this is worth it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. First time active, Fede. Thank you. All right, guys. So these were all of the good moves that I was watching for QQQ. Did you take anything different to this on QQQ? Gavin, you said QQQ 1032. 1032 here. 1032 here. This candle here. It was a nice one. I think you were kind of chasing this move, but this 1032, if you broke if you break this key level here, you will have this drop just as you had. So this was a nice entry. This was a nice entry. Ali, well, kind of the in the middle of chasing this move. I mean this rejection of 606 and anticipating this break, right? Kind of in the middle of these two moves. But yeah, I mean, remember what I told you a few minutes ago about my SPY trade? I was looking for clarity, and then right here, after rejecting 606 and having a few candles going to the downside, yeah, I think you paid for clarity, right? You sacrifice a bit your risk reward, but I mean, you had a lot of clarity for the move, and it paid, right? It paid. So I think it was a good entry. It was a good entry there. Break of the low, yeah. Break of this pivot low, yeah, yeah. Angel, Jack does so much on YouTube. Yeah, yeah. It's like this guy. It's a full university walking, right? Like, I mean, he's a wisdom spreader. Yeah, he's always sharing. And when you ask something to Jack and he starts replying to you, it's like he's leaving nothing on his brain. He's actually dumping everything he knows to share with you. Yeah, we all love Jack. We all love Jack, and he's always talking with so much patience. And yeah, he's a really nice guy. You should make Jack do on somebody else. He's a machine. Yeah. Even do you remember a few weeks ago we had these Traders Edge bootcamp guys? He never gets sick. He never gets sick, but he got sick right in the middle of this of the bootcamp, and he was like, "Hey Jack, what if we reschedule the sessions, or do you want Tony to actually take the lead?" And it was like an action movie. Like, no, no, I can do it. He's so passionate about teaching and sharing. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. CL, you took put 949. 949 here. What you were trying here? What you were trying here? Talk to me about your idea. This you had right here 605, 605.50 here. Rejection of these candles. For being honest, I was also looking these ones here. I mean, not here, but I was looking these on SPY. But just the fact that it was stuck on this 50 cents range and it never had like real confirmation of anything, That's why I didn't enter here. But yeah, I was watching this. What I was missing here, I don't know, like maybe a second candle moving to the downside, and I will buy that. But I don't know. He's still sick. Oh, come on, poor Jack. But yeah, well, he doesn't want to take a break. See, once I see hard push down, I took put immediately right on this candle, right on this candle. Yeah, it was just unfortunate here. You did too, Natalia. Yeah, bad luck. Bad luck. I understand your play here. I really understand your play here. And also I mean, this supply was strong. I mean, look at how many candles right here. How many candles right here. But this candle here, this 948 candle, it took from this bottom to, I mean, it reclaimed the whole move of these red candles. So yeah, I needed like more information, and that's something I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to explain this, but sometimes when I'm in doubt, like okay, well, why this is not going lower? Why this is not going lower? I would like to see another candle as confirmation. So if I'm doubting, if I'm not fully convinced, I just leave it, right? It's like I don't need to force that. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, yeah, thank you. I'm moving my desk. I'm tired of being sitting down the whole morning. Yeah, so right here, this candle here. Yes, I understand exactly what you felt here, but not sure if you follow me on something was missing here. Something was missing here because it was bouncing several times here, but also it was bouncing from here, rejecting here, bouncing here. Something was missing here, and this was 604, right? This is 604. Yes, sir. This is 604. So right here, it was like, I don't know, when it bounces on a whole number, round number, key level, it's like, I would like to see this one going lower to that. Something similar like this, right? Like, how many bounces right here on this 15-minute chart key level? So I need a confirmation of going lower that's what was missing here. I needed like more confirmation of this. And this is something that I have mentioned several times. When I'm taking puts, I don't care if I'm buying at low of the day. I don't care if I'm buying at low of the day, but because I know it's gonna drop, right? It's gonna drop, and probably it's gonna go to the next half number or whole number, right? But right here, it was like something was missing, and that's why I waited here, and I enter around here, but on SPY. So again, I don't know how to explain that this candle just by itself didn't convince me, but when I feel that something is missing, something, anything, it's like your spidey sense kicking in. I just, like I just let it go and wait for the next entry. But yeah, it was it a good entry? I think I understand what you tried here. I'm not completely convinced this was a good entry because you were still on this 604 key level, round number, whole number, strike number. So I needed, like more weakness proof of this. All right. You're very welcome, bro. Okay. What happened to AMD? AMD, well, The only thing that I like was this. It tried several times to create higher highs or new high of the day, but this rejection of 235, this rejection of 235, 234.50, huge rejection, supply, drop to this key level on the daily, try to reclaim the opening price. It actually created a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, but then it dropped. And what I was watching was this area here, this demand turn into supply, this support turn into resistance, and then the drop. This is the classic, classic break, retest, boom. It's a support, turn into resistance, and then the drop. And as you can see here, if I would open a position here, I will wait it for the break of this key level on the daily chart. Can you see? Even my entry, even when these are simulated entries, I want to show you the exact point where I will enter here. I'm not saying that, oh, well, I will guess this rejection here. No. I will wait for the next candle to actually show me that it's going lower. And then I will wait for the break of relevant key levels like this one here. So if you enter here and you were aiming to this, what is this? Oh, this is a 1 to 3 risk reward rated trade. So it's nothing. I mean, it's very close to 226.50, very close to 226.50. But the most important here is it's a 1 to 3 risk reward rated trade. So what else do you want for a Friday? What else do you want for a Friday, right? So same thing here. It tried to reclaim this key level, but failed. So maybe you wanted something like this. And you can start going lower. Let's say 226. It's a 1 to 3.5 risk reward rated trade. And now, as you can see here, you are having lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So while you are respecting this downtrend or this trend line to the downside, you can expect lower highs and lower lows as you see here. All right. So these are the only two opportunities that I watched like really relevant. But well, anyone took something on AMD today? No. All right. Let's move forward to Amazon. Amazon, we are in the middle of this huge gap on the daily chart. This is the 15-minute chart. This is the gap on the daily chart after the earnings. So is it gonna come back all the way to fill the gap? I don't know, guys. I don't know. But well, once you enter into gap, into this gap area, well, you better watch out because I mean, this is a huge gap. But if this is going lower and lower and lower, look at this. You will be biting, or you will be aiming to the next key levels, at least on the daily chart key levels. And just as it happened today, for example, here, this was the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low. Neto, why you wouldn't enter on this one here? Well, because this never hit the 5-minute opening range low, and also because it was just too fast. I mean, trying to enter here, it will be too much of a risk because my risk will need to be like that. And the drop will need to be all the way to 238. And I don't know if it's happening today, but that was too much of a move for one day. So That's why I didn't like it. That's why I didn't like it. But on the second chance, on this second chance, we already had information. So on their rejection of this, I really like this 240.50 key level, 240.50 key level. When you break this after this second rejection, I will take this to the low of the day and just watch it in motion. Here it was a 1 to 2.6 risk reward rate to trade. Or even if you waited for, look at this, even if you waited for the pre-market low, you should have your risk a little bit lower to the top of this candle, and maybe, yeah, well, something like this. It was still a 1 to 2.2 risk reward ratio trade, and you had 1, 2, 3 opportunities to sell your contracts at low of the day. So this was my first this was the first thing that I was watching on Amazon. And then it tried to reclaim pre-market low, it tried to go higher, it failed. And what happened here, after being this area of support, we finally break, retest, and drops. This is another break, retest, boom, right? It's support, turn into resistance, and then the drop. Okay? Any questions about this in Amazon? Let's go to NVIDIA. This is NVIDIA. What is this? Okay, this is NVIDIA here, guys. Let's go to the 1 hour. As you can see here, it has been bleeding NVIDIA since it hit all-time highs. It has been bleeding seriously. So once it filled this gap, here, it's a gap of 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, right? So once you fill this gap and you are watching this weakness here, these huge rejections here of the 5-minute opening range low, well, I will be opening this position here, aiming to what? To 182. This was a 1 to 2 risk reward rate to trade, and as you can see, there was not a single candle closing above your stop loss. Closing above your stop loss. So if you manage to stay on this trade, you actually went from 183.50 or 183 all the way to 179. This will be like a 200 and something % on NVIDIA. Alex, you took 943 here. Okay. The break and retest of this 5-minute opening range low, right? This candle started to go lower, or what happened? What happened here, Alex? I took puts aiming 181.50. Yeah. That will be a really nice trade. Yeah. All right. Yeah, well, I understand what you tried here, but this candle betrayed you. This candle betrayed you, the 943. All right. Okay, well, second entry was same thing, right? Rejection and failing to create new highs here. So a lot of rejections, and once you actually start your candles below this daily gap, well, you can open up a new position here and start aiming to, for example, right here, 181, right? To low of the day was almost a 1 to 2 risk reward, but to 181 was a 1 to 2.8 risk reward ratio trade. That was a nice trade. And that was a super nice trade, because this pullback was a super baby pullback. No, actually not a decent pullback. This is just like a reaction Where? Right here, 181. Can you see? 181. 181. Reaction on the whole number, round number, strike number. You have some small reaction and then another drop. So if you miss this entry here, if you miss this entry here, if you miss this entry here, well, if you miss all these entries, this was your last entry here, and this was still a good entry. For I don't know, guys, you are the ones that trade Nvidia on a daily basis. How much of a move is an average move? So if we open right here 185 and we are right here 182, is this still a good entry point? I mean, after a $3 drop, is this still an average move or it's not? That will be too much for you. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the things that you need to know and understand from your tickers, right, guys? I mean, you need to understand how it moves. What is an average or standard move? I mean, understanding if a $3 move it's too much for a day on Nvidia, for a Friday on Nvidia, or if it's a regular thing and it can move 6 points. Because if it can move 6 points, well, you are still on a good area here for another move of $3, right? So this is the kind of things that you need to understand when you start to know your tickers. All right, this is gonna be the last one, guys, because I have a meeting in, I think it's in 1 hour, and I need to prepare. So what I was watching here, Tesla. Well, I think Tesla is the only name around. It's the only name around that there's not such a thing as too much, right? It's never too much oversold or too much overbought. Uh, so yeah, watch out with Tesla. Watch out with Tesla. So what happened with Tesla here? So we had this break below previous day low, below this daily chart key level, and we have this retest of this 430. That's a key level on the daily chart, and I really like how this started to move to the downside. It rejected this key level here on these two candles. Then it had these two candles. They were kind of, I don't want to say neutral, because this first one was like a really nice retest and comeback. But when this started to going lower here, I really like this position. I really like this position where at least to low of the day, but I mean, you can aim what happened here, 424. Look at this, 424, it was a 1 to 2.3 risk reward ratio trade. And you needed to be fast to take profits here. Why? Because with just one candle, like here, Tesla is killing you. Tesla is killing you. And then what happened later? Look at this. We tried to reclaim the previous day low. It failed miserably, but it had this really nice candle. But what is this candle telling you? Sellers are aggressive in this area here, and they don't want to give anything back. So they are gonna push everything below low of the day, previous low of the day, previous day low. So you have this range, and I want you to see how this was support. Then you have this break, and then you had this resistance. So when you had this resistance and rejection, and you fall below this area here, you can open this new position and look at this all the way to 428. It was a 1 to 3.5 risk reward ratio trade. That was a nice one. That's the break retest boom, right? It's a support turn into resistance area, break and retest, and then the drop. All right, guys. So that was all for today. Thank you very much for joining on a Friday. I hope that you are done journaling and you are done trading and you are now proceeding to do your weekly performance review. See if you stick to your plan, if you follow your rules, how well your setup was performing, and how well you were executing. So, guys, thank you very much. Remember, if you have any question about the coaching program or the mentoring program, it's about performance, it's not about technicals. So don't expect me teaching you the break retest boom or something like that. It's more to work on your mindset, your execution, your routines, your habits, and your tools to keep you grounded while you are trading, and take the best version of the trader that you have inside. So if you are interested in something like that, please go to tradingperformancecoach.com, take a look to the website, and you can always take advantage of the contact form there, or send me an email. My email is neto@tradingperformancecoach.com, and I will be happy to reply to you and help you to get there. Guys, have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.